Hey friend, welcome to Great Ray. Great Ray, changing the outlook in the world of video.
Today we are going to start with a summary of chapter number 3 of Three Men in a Boat. The three friends met again the next evening. They took some vital decisions. It was Harris who pointed out that they should be first sure what they would carry with him. He asked the narrator to get a piece of paper and write down, and George to make a grocery catalogue. Then he would make a list. Harris seemed eager to take the burden of everything on himself and then to put it on the back of other people. Harris reminded the narrator of his poor Uncle Podger. There was a lot of commotion in the house when Uncle Podger undertook to do a job. He involved all the members of the family when he was hanging a picture on the wall. He would lift up the picture and drop it. It would come out of the frame and he would try to save the glass and cut his finger. And then he would look for his handkerchief. He could now find it because it was in the pocket of his coat and he was sitting on it. And then he would shout, "Oh, you can give it up. I have found it myself now." Then he would ask for the hammer. When all the family members did not find it, he would again shout at him. After several mishaps, he would be able to hang the picture on the wall at midnight. The walls would be in shambles. He would then come down after hanging the picture and survey the mess that he had created and say proudly, "Why some people have had a man in to do a little thing like that?" Jim thought that Harris would be exactly like Uncle Podger when he grew up. The final list that the friend made to discard because it was too long. George suggested that they should make a list of those things that they could not do without. Jim remarked that George sometimes came out with sensible suggestions. He then commented that many people loaded their boats with unnecessary and useless things. He opined that the boat of life should be light. A person should take along with him only those things which were needed. He should take with him one or two friends, someone to love you, a cat, a dog, and a pipe or two. Enough food and sufficient clothes and drinks. He would find the boat easier to pull. George was to prepare the list and he said that he could carry a boat cover instead of tent. Both George and Harris proclaimed that they loved an early morning swim. Jim do not like to get up early in the morning and thus hated an early morning swim. Harris said that was always gave him an appetite. George did not want him to have a swim because in that case he would eat more. Jim persuaded George to let Harris have a bath. George told them that 2 suits of flannel would be enough. They would wash them on the river. Jim and Harris came to know later on that George was an impostor and he knew nothing about washing and clothes. Thank you. Please like and share our videos and subscribe our channel Great Ray.